Hi traders, welcome to the full market analysis for Friday the 28th of February, the final day of February. And what an end that was. Did you see gold, how it moved down using the gold on steroid software? Fantastic system of making money. So let me go over this. This is on the left is the 15-minute chart. You can see the colors. You're only looking for sales. You're only looking for sales. And when the 5-minute agrees and you get an entry point, you get a stop loss, you get 3 targets, 193 pips. Hit target at 28.36 currently. So a great end to the week. So let's go into the markets and see where else we can see. So in this chart, we can see the 15-minute reversal. We can see it come up into a very interesting point here, and the price simply gave way. Now I did do a piece, hopefully you saw that blog earlier today. Let's take this to the 2-hour chart. We can actually go into this a little bit more detail. Now I did do this piece, and I think it's possible it could come back up to this, but I suspect not now. It's gone too weak, but I think there will be a bounce, and I'll do another blog on it on Monday once the price is settled down a bit. I'll be doing the weekly Forex forecast at the weekend as well, so I may include that as well once price is settled down and close. So it did hit our target 28.42 quite quickly, didn't it? Which is great. But I did expect a bounce here. It may come up from here and come up into this area 28.79 still, but there is a trend line here, as you can see. So as long as the price holds on to this market structure to the downside, then we can expect further moves to the downside. So any kind of pullback is going to give us some trading opportunities in the next week or so. So look out for that. Now let's go into the markets and see what the hell is going on in terms of the dollar. So I think we can safely say the dollar is now mixed, so we could turn that off. It's no longer parabolic. What this means is I need every chart to be agreeing and look for the sell signal on every chart. We can see the dollar is gaining some strength. I'm not totally convinced of this, of course. We're going to have to wait for prices to sort themselves out, but we may see that the dollar is going stronger in the next few days into next week. Now the yen futures is red hot. What I mean by this is pulled back exactly into the support zone, which I expected at 66.50, and it's currently there now. So the yen futures now has to make its mind up whether it actually wants to continue this uptrend. If it does, this is red hot for the yens into next week, shorts that is. So euro yen, pound yen, etc. will all be going down into next week if the price holds on to market structure. In other words, it's achieving higher lows and higher highs and then continues this uptrend. This is red hot, so don't ignore the yens next week because they are going to be fantastic. The Swiss franc futures is showing a change of character here, but again, I'm not too convinced of this. I think the price is going to move back up, but of course we need confirmation, so we can switch the Swiss francs off for the moment. The DAX, we don't have anything going on in terms of the DAX. It is holding on to market structure, and I do believe this price will be going up shortly, but it is still green, so all good. US 30, well, in mid-flow, as we say, not really going anywhere, but I think any kind of pullback into this area here and then pull down to 42,800 in the next week or so. Gold we know about. So now the DXY is mixed, to say the least. Then, of course, what we can expect is all the dollar pairs will be mixed. Pound USD is holding on to market structure, so we may find we're going to have a buying opportunity up to 128.24 in the next few days into next week. But don't forget we've got non-farm payroll next week, so we have to see where we go in the Monday or Tuesday of next week. The Kiwi is to the downside. I do think that the price could come up to 56.74 in the next few days, and then start to move back down again if the dollar decides to go stronger down to 55.20. US Swiss it's not held on, but it could change at any moment, of course. So I think the price will, well, it looks like it wants to break this and have change of character. So we're going to have to wait and see on this one. I do think that if the dollar goes weaker in the coming days, then this could be a nice trade to the downside. US yen is holding on to the top of this range, 150.70, not really doing much at all. But in comparison, what you're looking at here, the yen futures is on the brink, isn't it, of actually going straight back up again into that trend. And I think the same for the US yen. So hold on to this one. This could be very quickly going back down to 149. So, and this is based upon correlation with the US dollar and the yen, in particular the yen futures. The yen futures is looking like it's getting ready to go back up again, which will drive the US yen further downside. We could see an even bigger move down to 149 and beyond. Aussie New Zealand in a downtrend but not really doing anything. Canadian Swiss, I'm not really interested in the Swiss pairs at the moment. I will be interested, depending on what goes on here, into the FVG at 63.10 and then back down to 162, but going to have to wait our turn here. The yens are showing pretty much sideways, of course, because of the yen futures now thinking about which way it goes. I think it's going to go up, the yen futures, which will drive all these down. So I do think we are going to see in Monday, Tuesday time a big move in the yens. If the yen futures decides to go up, to look out for that. If you're not in the yens, I mentioned this is the New Zealand yen. It hit our target of 84.40 as predicted. But we're going to have to wait on this one. This is not the one that you want to be trading. Same with the Aussie yen. It's done its number. So we're going to have to wait for that one. So the yen futures at the euro yen is hot. The US yen is hot. So we'll keep an eye on the yen futures into next week and we'll see what's going on. Bitcoin, well, sellers are in on Bitcoin for the moment. I'm not totally convinced of this either. So we're going to have to wait for another buy signal on the yen future, on the Bitcoin again. Holding onto your wallet is a good idea. So great day in terms of gold, currently at 28.39, but I think that's it for this week. I think we may find we're going to get some fantastic move on the yens into next week. So look out for the weekly Forex forecast. I'll be giving you some fantastic targets on those into next week.